Hey guys, welcome to Fluent Easy English. Learning English should feel fun and stress-free. We have short stories, games, and quizzes. Don't forget to subscribe for more fun ways to improve your English. Let's get started.
The Silent Hero. In the small town of Riverwood, the streets were quiet at night. The streetlights shone dimly, and the shops were closed. Most people were in their homes, sleeping. But from the shadows, the vigilante watched, eager to get involved. Jake was not a police officer. He was not a superhero. He was just a man who wanted to help. Every night, he walked through the town, watching and listening. He wanted to protect the people of Riverwood. He had lived there his whole life. He knew the streets, the shops, and the people. He saw the good and the bad. He wanted to make a difference. One night, as Jake stood in the shadows, he heard a noise. A young woman was walking alone. She looked afraid. Behind her, two men followed. They whispered and laughed. The woman walked faster. The men walked faster, too. Jake noticed the fear in her eyes. He saw her clutching her bag tightly. He knew this was trouble. Jake knew he had to act. He stepped out of the shadows and spoke loudly. "Hey, leave her alone." The two men stopped. They looked at Jake. One of them laughed. "Who are you?" he asked. "Just someone who cares," Jake said firmly. The woman saw her chance. She ran to the nearest store where a light was still on. She knocked on the door. An old man opened it, and she rushed inside. "Safe." The two men looked at each other. Then they walked away quickly. Jake stayed where he was, watching them leave. He wanted to make sure they were really gone. He followed them from a distance. They turned a corner and disappeared into an alley. Jake hesitated. Should he follow? He decided to wait. He stood at the corner and listened. He could hear them talking. "That guy ruined our fun," one of them said. "Yeah, but he was alone. We could have taken him," the other replied. Jake clenched his fists. He knew they would try again. He had to stop them. But how? He needed proof. He took out his phone and started recording their conversation. "Let's find someone else," one of the men said. "The night is still young." Jake had heard enough. He stepped into the alley. "Going somewhere?" he asked. The men turned, surprised. "You again?" one of them said. "You should mind your own business." "Your business is hurting people." "That's my business," Jake replied. The men moved closer, ready to fight. Jake braced himself. One of the men lunged at him, throwing a punch. Jake dodged to the side and countered with a strong hit to the man's ribs. The man grunted and stumbled back. The second man pulled out a knife. "You should have stayed in the shadows," he sneered. Jake's heart pounded, but he stayed calm. He picked up a trash can lid from the alley and used it as a shield. The man slashed at him, but Jake blocked the attack. He kicked the man's wrist, knocking the knife to the ground. The first man recovered and charged at Jake again. Jake sidestepped and used the lid to slam him against the wall. The man groaned and fell to the ground, holding his side. The second man turned to run, but Jake wasn't about to let him go. He tackled the man to the ground and pinned him down just as the sound of sirens filled the air. The police had arrived. A patrol car turned the corner, its lights flashing. Officers jumped out and quickly secured the men in handcuffs. One of the officers walked up to Jake. "We got your message," he said. "Good work, but be careful next time." Jake nodded. "I just want to help." The officer smiled. "You did?" The woman from earlier came out of the store. She looked at Jake. "Thank you," she said. Her voice was shaky, but she smiled. "You saved me." Jake nodded. "You are safe now. Be careful." The woman hurried home, and Jake disappeared back into the night. From the shadows, the vigilante watched, eager to get involved. Tomorrow he would walk the streets again. He would watch, listen, and help when needed. Because Riverwood was his home, and he would always protect it.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. Keep practicing. And remember, consistency is key. Before you go, don't forget to download your free worksheet in the description below. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.